Mark Haberman, and I am in search of the church in England. I'm an American Anglican traveling through England this July, seeking the living inheritance of English Christianity in cathedrals, parish churches, pilgrimage paths, liturgy, music, ruins, and ordinary worshipers. My family and I, and my brother's family, will be flying on Friday, June 10th to England, and we'll spend 2 weeks in England and Scotland. We will be visiting some standard tourist destinations like the Tower of London, Windsor Castle, Edinburgh Castle, St. Andrews, and the Yorkshire Dales. But I will also be visiting many, many churches as the beginning of a multi-year project. An American pilgrim in search of the church in England. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and X as I post daily. Emotional impressions, liturgical impressions, architecture, smells and bells, weather, conversations, fatigue, disappointment, moments of transcendence, tensions within Anglicanism, beauty and decay existing together, all of it. My goals this summer as I visit English and Scottish churches are to observe, pray, walk, write, photograph, record impressions, fellowship with other believers, and begin conversations and, God willing, foster friendships. My long-term goals over the next 10 years are to hike to all Church of England cathedrals and pilgrimage trails in the British Isles. Will this become a Substack, a book, a spiritual travelogue, something else? We will see, but I do feel God stirring me to go to England, to walk, pray, make friends, and write about it. Who am I? I am a high school history teacher in suburban Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and an Anglican musician. I'm a music director at a suburban Pittsburgh Anglican parish. But I wasn't always Anglican. I once heard a remarkable statement from someone who had emigrated from communist Hungary to America. He escaped by swimming the Danube River under gunfire to western shores. He said that he was born American. He just didn't realize it until he was 18 years old. Well, I was born Anglican. I just didn't realize it until I was 18. My father was a Methodist minister in Minnesota, where I grew up. And in the summer of 1998, just days after my high school graduation, we flew to England to spend 2 months there in a pulpit exchange. We lived and ministered in an English Methodist parsonage and church in Wiltshire, while the English minister lived in our home in Minnesota and ministered in our churches. It was a magical summer in many ways. I suppose that in high school, if you had asked me what the Church of England was or what Anglicanism was, I could only have given you a vague definition. But after arriving in England, I immediately began noticing cathedrals and lovely, ancient, stone parish churches at the heart of each town we passed through. I was intrigued. And so, after 2 weeks of attending the Methodist church my dad was pastoring, I took the train the next Sunday morning to Bath to attend a Sunday morning service of Holy Communion at Bath Abbey. An African bishop just happened to be visiting, so the preaching was good. The surpliced boy choir sang. The music resounded from stone Gothic vaulted ceiling, and light streamed through large medieval windows. I realized this was probably the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. Anglicanism had planted a seed in my soul that would flower more fully over the next 4 years in college and beyond, and ultimately carry me through a difficult season of unbelief, and ultimately bring me back to saving faith in God. What I was experiencing and drawn to, but could not then explain, was what I found later is often called the via media, or the middle way, that is unique to the Church of England. You see, I grew up in the evangelical culture in the Methodist Church and assumed and still remain convinced that the heart of Christian faith is a sinner's saving faith in Christ's mighty acts of salvation on the cross. Well, here at Bath Abbey, and in other Church of England churches, I heard this familiar, sweet evangelical song in the words of the Book of Common Prayer, but was struck by something new I had never experienced before. The Catholic beauty of Gothic stones, surpliced choirs, chasubles, candles, incense, and reverent ritual. This combination of evangelical words and Catholic ritual remain a striking and powerful spiritual combination. I'm forever grateful to the Church of England in the summer of 1998, sharing her lovely, unique charism with me. And so, I'm returning in less than a week. Various members of my family will be visiting with me in these many English churches, cathedrals, and abbey ruins. Some of my family are more or less indulgent of my endless church crawling. Sometimes it'll be all 10 of us. Other times it may be just me. I will try to be respectful and reverent, but also try to get enough pictures and video to share impressions with you all. I will do my best to briefly post daily. I would appreciate your feedback and advice as I travel for the next 2 weeks. Where should I go that is not on my list? Have you been to any of these churches? Do you look forward to going to them? What was your experience when you went to them? Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Please follow me on X and Instagram. See my accounts in the description. Blessings.